Today I'm speaking with Mr. Eric Intong, the Group Managing Director of Client Relations and Regional Operations at the African Export-Import Bank, also known as Afreximbank. Mr. Intong is one of Africa's most experienced trade finance executives with over a decade, that's over 10 years, at Afreximbank and a career spanning Citibank and senior leadership roles across multiple African markets. He brings a compelling message for Jamaican entrepreneurs and business owners, including the availability of significant accessible trade finance opportunities and Afreximbank's role to help unlock them. Good afternoon, Mr. Intong. It's so good to be here to speak with you today.
Thank you very
Now,
much for having me.
absolutely. Now, you have just concluded the roadshow, the Kingston Roadshow for Afreximbank. For those who may not be aware, can you tell us a little bit about what Afreximbank is? What do you do?
Thank you very much, Renee, for the question. The African Export-Import Bank, or Afreximbank, is a development multilateral financial institution created on the 8th of May 1993 to support African states and Caribbean states to take care of challenges that come out of global crises, like remember the credit crunch in 2008, those kind of challenges, global crises, when they happen, you see a lot of African countries as well as the Caribbean countries struggling to meet their trade debt obligations that usually result in defaults. So African heads of state at that time, because there was a crisis that started in Latin America, thought it wise that they should set up a bank that will stand by member states, central banks, commercial banks, corporates, SMEs, MSMEs, especially during challenging moments, during crisis. The mandate of the bank is to promote, facilitate, and finance intra and extra African trade. That is, we must promote trade among ourselves, between Africa and the Caribbean, and between, among African states, and between Africa and the Caribbean and the rest of the world. So that's the mandate of the bank. We intervene by extending loans, short-term loans, medium-term loans, long-term loans. We also have a suite of guarantee products that we use to de-risk investment. So for instance, if an investor wants to invest in Jamaica and thinks that is risky, that investor may come to Afreximbank and will be able to issue a guarantee that will de-risk that investment, and the investor will be comfortable because in the event of the default, they can call on the guarantee and Afreximbank will pay them. So that way they'll bring in investment into the country, bring investment in Jamaica, they will create jobs, they'll contribute to the GDP growth, and they'll contribute to economic development of the continent. So that's why Afreximbank is here.
Thank you so much for that. I mean, I think it's a very big deal, especially now as we're recovering from Hurricane Melissa.
Yeah.
So one of the things you said just now is that it helps to de-risk.
Yes.
And as we would have gone through Hurricane Melissa, a lot of investors are a little wary about investing in Jamaica because they don't want to lose that
Yes,
investment.
that's correct.
So how can Afreximbank now step in for Jamaica and support in that way to help investors to get back into Jamaica and spread their wings here?
You know, the reason why we did a roadshow today is to expose various programs and facilities and instruments of intervention. Essentially, is to answer the question you just asked.
Yeah.
What are the kind of programs and facilities that Afreximbank can deploy here? Knowing the natural disaster that took place and how they can help in speeding up the economic recovery.
Yes.
There are key sectors, when you look at the economy of Jamaica, there are key sectors that contribute strongly to the GDP growth of the economy. You look at tourism,
Yes.
we can finance, we have specialized tailor-made and bespoke products that we can fund the tourism sector.
Yes.
We look at mining and mineral beneficiation. There's bauxite, there's alumina. We see how that can be expanded and sustained in a way that value is added in country before exporting. We look at the creative sectors. You know, there are a lot of young people who are very talented in music, in fashion, in culinary, in movies, and so on. all of this in arts and crafts, the creative sector, and even in sports. You know, Jamaica is very known.
I was
We
going to
know
ask
Usain
about
Bolt.
that.
Sports.
Yes.
Sports is part of the creative sector. So we will find solutions that we make these young people gainfully employ their talents.
Yes.
That will result in economic gains and will sustain the country. You know, crises can come, but when we have the right financing instrument, we'll be able to combat the crisis.
Yes.
Afreximbank, by the way, also donated a grant to support the government to see how they can recover from this. But grants alone will not solve the problem. That's why providing solutions, and these solutions need to be understood, which is the reason why we had a roadshow today.
Yes.
So that once the locals, Jamaicans, businesses, SMEs, corporate, commercial banks, central banks, government agencies understand the various solutions, then they'll be able to apply for them. We will work together, structure the transactions, and be able to deliver the solution that will help them.
Okay, excellent. So how does someone access the loans or get started on the in the process? Because
Good
it
question
sounds like
again. We are headquartered in Cairo, Egypt. So you can write to the president of the African Export Import Bank, direct it. Like I said, we're headquartered in Egypt, but we have regional offices across the continent and the Caribbean. Our regional office in the Caribbean, which covers 13 Caribbean countries out of the 15, is in Bridgetown, Barbados. You can address your request directly to them, or you can address it through our website. For instance, I'm the head of business for a bank for the continent and the Caribbean. You can address it to me. A lot of people here have met me, have exchanged, given my business cards, which they can write. We have colleagues based out of our Barbados office. They are there to receive the requests. We also have bilateral meetings that we organize today. We're meeting a lot of the people, so they know how to reach out to us. Their phone numbers, their email addresses, you just send it through. There's no bureaucracy. Just come to us directly. We work together. We understand the need. We understand your financing request, and we'll be able to provide a solution that will help you. One of the things that I want to tell Jamaicans is that the role, the responsibility that they have is to educate us to understand their businesses. No banker in the world can claim to understand the business of a customer better than the customer.
That's right.
When you educate me and my team, we understand it, then we'll create financing solution. Our own expertise is in crafting those financing solutions that will be able to meet your needs and expectations. Then we'll be able to deploy those kind of solutions that will help you grow. So we're available.
Yes.
We are meeting today, tomorrow, and I'm just a phone call away. My colleagues are here, and we want to support. We really want to. Just imagine that we pump in about $1 billion to $2 billion in the next 2 to 3 years. Here.
Yes.
Can you imagine what will happen?
Yes.
When if the next hurricane ever comes, we'll be ready for it. We'll be able to fight head on, and we'll sustain the country.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Indeed. Thank you so much. I think it's a very exciting time, and we hear a lot of talk about global Africa, but I must say that this is the first time that it has really hit home and it is resonating in a way that is meaningful to Jamaica. And now we're seeing why global Africa is important.
Global Africa is indeed very important because by global Africa we mean we need to restore the dignity of a black man. No matter who you are and where you are, so long you are from African descent, you need to be respected. The Chinese did it. China took over 650 million people out of poverty. Today we have a bank, Afreximbank, that is over 50 billion US dollars in total balance sheet. We have the financial muscle to take our member countries out of poverty, move them to middle class, middle income countries, and grow the population, capacitate each and every one of us financially. And we'll be able to take our destiny into our hands. This is what global Africa seeks to achieve. Not only have we expanded to Caribbean, we are now talking to Brazil, to Colombia, countries where they have people of African descent.
Yes.
If the black people are respected, a black person everywhere in the world will be respected. Jamaicans will be respected.
Yes.
Cameroonians will be respected. Nigerians, Kenyans, Ethiopians, all of us from the same Mother Africa will be respected. And this is what Global Africa concept seeks to achieve.
Thank you for that. Like I heard the passion in your voice and it made me a little emotional.
Yeah, thank you.
It
I
really did.
today I think I must congratulate myself because usually I speak and I get very emotional because
Yes.
I say to myself and to my colleagues and friends, I said, when African countries and the Caribbean countries gain independence, at that time, not so many of us had gone to school, not so many of us knew a lot of things. But today is no longer the same. Today we've all gone to school, we read the same book with our white folks. So we are capable, technically,
Yes.
we are capable to also craft solutions that can solve our problems.
Yes.
There's no better person that can craft a solution to your problem better than yourself. You just need the enabling environment. And that's why we're working very close to the government of Jamaica. Today, the Honorable Minister of Finance was here. She had to cut short her schedule because of the importance of this partnership to make sure that the government provides the enabling environment. This is the kind of partnership that we're doing. And they are in the process of ratifying the establishment agreement which they signed last year in July 2025. And once that is done, it opens up a huge opportunity for all the businesses in this country to see how we can begin to work together and march toward the success, the global Africa that we want.
Yes.
Thank you.
Indeed. And my last question to you. So it sounds like you work with a wide variety of businesses and you walk alongside them to get to the point of funding.
Yeah.
Is there any business that you don't work with? Any type of business that you
That's
don't
an
work
interesting
with?
one. Well, anything that is illegal, we don't do
Well,
because
actually.
we have to be law abiding.
Yes,
We
sir.
don't breach regulation. And very interestingly, we work with and through commercial banks.
Okay.
We are not supposed to displace commercial banks. We complement what commercial banks do. So, for instance, if I'm lending to the government or to a corporate, to an SME, I have to work with a commercial bank because they have the local expertise, they have the local knowledge, and I'm supposed to complement and build capacity for them. I also lend to the commercial banks. So, businesses that we don't do are things that are illegal, things that are not allowed. As per our mandate, Afreximbank mandate, we don't do things like social housing directly. We don't do schools.
Okay.
But guess what? We've been so creative in that if there is a school that is being constructed in Jamaica and the contractor is coming from another country, let's say Barbados or say an African country, we take that under intra-African trade, which is like export of construction services,
Okay.
and we can consider that.
Okay.
So we have become very creative in the kind of way that we craft solutions. So there are many sectors like the real estate sector that we don't do, but we do hotels.
Okay.
And once you can link it as intra-regional trade in construction services, we can find a way to be able to find a financing solution.
Understood.
Apart from illegality, I think we do everything.
You'll find
And
a
we
way.
say in Afreximbank, if it's possible, it will be done. If it's impossible, it can still be done.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
I think I speak on behalf of many saying thank you for the interest in Jamaica and for the partnership that you have started here. And we look forward to what Afreximbank will be doing in Jamaica and how it will grow our country.
Thank you very much.
And there we have it. Mr. Eric Intong from Afreximbank has spent some time telling us just how Jamaica can benefit from that $50 billion balance sheet at Afreximbank. Now, not all 50 billion is available to Jamaica, but they have made $5 billion available to the Caribbean region, the Caribbean member countries, of which, of course, Jamaica is a part. Now, specifically to Jamaica, $1.5 billion is assigned. Now, you as small, medium, and large businesses have the opportunity to access that funding as long as you are in that trade business, that export import going across borders. So, for those of us who have whether services or products that are ready for export, are you ready to access the funding to get to the next level? Thank you for joining us. Check the links in the description for all the additional information. The full roadshow is available as well on their YouTube channel. You'll see that link below. We look forward to hearing your experience with Afreximbank as we continue to grow Jamaica together.